good morning, good evening, good afternoon. Whatever time it is, wherever you're watching from, welcome to this video. I'm the Gentleman and this is the Gentleman's Pixel Club. Today we are playing a game on the Neo Geo which has been recreated on the MiSTer FPGA, and the game is called The King of the Monsters. This game is a wrestling game. You know, there's no other way to describe this. You pick one of 6 wildly different looking characters that you can have, much like the wrestling games of old, and you battle with them. And the ring has been replaced by city landscapes, by various cities that you can destroy, and these are destroyed from being bounced around, throwing your opponent around here. And look at these monsters here. These are really the 6 wrestlers that you have to pick from. They're giant wrestlers and the ring is a city. The ropes of the ring are represented in this game by city boundaries, so you have this red line that goes across both sides of the city to the left and to the right, and this city is Tokyo that we're going to be fighting in. When you hit that, you'll basically get electrocuted, you fall over for a little bit and then you can get back up. But to all intents and purposes, you're looking at a wrestling game here. You know, I'm choking out the Godzilla character. I am the strange Kong looking guy who's very orange. You throw them around, and when they hit the ground like this, and I still don't quite know what it does, you get this ball with a P on it. It fills up the power meter to the left, underneath the screen, on the left hand side underneath the health bars, but I do not know how to activate it. I played this many years ago on the Super Nintendo Entertainment System. You know, I quite enjoyed it. As I say, it was a long time ago, and on this bit of gameplay, you know, I'm delighted with my skills. I've just tried to pin Godzilla at the moment there and failed, and we've both hit the edge of the ring, e.g. the city boundaries, by getting ourselves electrocuted that you've just seen. And you know, fun game to have all round. You know, I'm fairly confident at this stage that I'm going to beat him. All I've got to do is pin him. I am having a little trouble with the controls though, as I say, not quite going where I want to be, and I think I actually picked him up then rather than pinned him, which was a big mistake. But he's coming back, and you know, he's bashing me about a little bit here. Here he smashes me into the road, I bounce into the side of the ring, bounce out, and then he tries to pin me. When you are pinned, you saw the get up on the left hand side. For those of you that remember Daley Thompson's Decathlon, the fantastic joystick breaker of years gone by, rather than waggle the joystick furiously, you basically hit in the get up button. And while I've been wrestling on about this, Godzilla has been kicking my ass. You know, no longer do I have, you know, all the strength and everything else. You know, we're both pretty much down to nothing. I'm choking him out, he goes to the ground. You know, I don't jump on him properly due to my inability at this stage for some reason to, you know, control what I'm doing, and there he goes for the pin. I'm frantically hitting the button here to get up, and I get up on the 2 and I bounce him up, so I bounce him off. So like all wrestling games, you know, the counter goes to 3, and if he can pin you for 3 or I pin him for 3, it's game over. So he's jumping on me a bit and he's going for the pin. And well, what a shit show by myself that this was. You know, I was in command and control. You know, I had all the health that I needed, and I managed to just have a complete inability to play when I was in such a commanding start. And it wasn't deliberate, I swear, that Godzilla pinned me. So the King Kong is actually called Wu in this. So Wu got pinned, and afterwards we have the wreckage of the city that you're seeing here. The message on the screen now, the card is still inserted, is because I'm playing on the MiSTer FPGA, and it does replicate the save state as well, so you can save the game. But we are going to have another go at this. You know, I don't want to be beaten the way I was, and you know, this time we are picking a guy called, I think his name is Rocky. I'm sure it was Rocky, but we're picking a rock man, and we're going to face Godzilla yet again, and we're back in Tokyo. It's been rebuilt since we put the different credit in, so you know that's positive. We need things to smash up, like the Eiffel Tower or the replica of the Eiffel Tower we see behind us. And you know, I've tried to pin him just then. He throws me off. That you see, we're choking him again, much like Hulk Hogan choked the Ultimate Warrior. And you know, again, you know, he's they're dropping their power drops, and I'm doing my absolute best to knock him down really early and get the pins, concentrating on the damn buttons. I think we're outside the White House there by the look of that, not certain, but you know, I don't know. And what I love about this is all the detail, the attention to detail that you've got in the background on this Neo Geo version. Look at the trains go by, you know, you're seeing a helicopter there, we've seen planes on the level, I believe it was, where we lost our life before when we died as Wu, I think he was. And you know, you can literally throw these monsters into anything where you bounce your opponent around. You know, the Ferris wheel has just been wiped out, as you've seen here, and it reminds me very much of Rampage. Rampage was a great game where, again, your monsters fighting each other, but you're also destroying city blocks and all the elements around you that could be eaten, destroyed, like people you could eat, cars that you could stamp on, cars that you could break. And I have seen in this game, when I was giving it a trial go beforehand, just trying to master the controls, which wasn't captured on video, the enemy monster managed to catch an enemy device. And that must be what the power's for. Look at that. He breathed fire at me. But yeah, the enemy monster managed to capture something in the air and throw it at me on an earlier playthrough. But we're fighting back, you know, we've got Godzilla into the edge of the ropes, we're standing on him, we're going for the pin, 1, 2, and off he goes. And you know, those passengers in that plane that just flown by must be having a fantastic view of the chaos that's going down below. But it feels like we're just repeating the first game that we played. You know, I'm out of health, he's pinned me, but I managed to get up again with frantic pushing of the button. So I think it's going to be one more pin, I hope one more pin, and I can have him. So 1, 2, and off again. This is going to go down to the wire. I'm certain the next time he pins me, I'm as good as dead. But we're giving him another choke, throwing him down, and let's try one more time. 1, 2, 3. So I got him. I've actually managed to complete a level on a game, even though my health, and his name was Rocky, even though my health was down to pretty much 0. So when you complete the level, you get points for destruction, points for contamination, and points for casualties. You know, 6,000 bonus points, not very much, but at least I've got through to the next city. So I'm not going to try and pronounce that city, but that city is going to be clearly flattened by now. Myself, Rocky, and that looks like there's a blue version of Wu. There is a blue version of Wu that has come to a fight. The guy that got beaten on the first playthrough we had. You don't start with full health, as you can see. I've got pretty much nothing there that Wu is rapidly depleting me for. You know, he's just absolutely kicking my ass. This looks like it's the industrial place, an industrial estate where we are. Jumping on me already, going for the pins, so hopefully he won't get me. And he has just been hit by flying aircraft that flew into him. And yeah, I try and get some health off him, throw him into the side. And actually, that was me. My God, I'm looking at Wu thinking that's me, as Wu pins me and I am Rocky. I haven't been trying to control the wrong player, I assure you of that. I just thought for a moment, oh yeah, I've got him down. Remembered playing the King Kong type thing and screwed up. So Wu is going for the pin on Rocky, and Rocky has now been beaten. Hope you've enjoyed this brief video on this great Neo Geo game. I'm the Gentleman, this is the Gentleman's Pixel Club, and thank you for tuning in. Stay safe, and I will see you next time.